I'm Michelle, as you know, and today I'm going to be taking your session. First things first, is everybody netball ready? Jewellery out, laces tied, happy, no injuries at all? Good. Just to start as well, just in case there is a fire or the fire alarm goes off, there's one fire exit there and one there, okay, and we'll all meet out in that car park there. Alright, is everybody happy with that? Brilliant. So, today we're going to do our session on stage 1 defending. Can anybody tell me what the main sort of principles of stage 1 defending are? What you'd be doing if you were stage 1 defending?
Staying near your player.
Yeah? Pardon?
Man
Man
on man.
on man. So yeah, it's man on man marking. What do you do? What do you do with your body when we're doing stage 1 defending? Yeah?
Is that to the side?
Yeah? Why do you do that?
So they
Yeah? Is that so that you can see player in the ball? Yeah? What do we do with our arms? Yeah? Just relax by our side. And then what you do with your head? Head up looking where you're going. Eve, Elijah, come out for me quickly. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do a little practice that to start with. One's going to be the attacker, which is Elijah. He's going to be the defender. So he's going to stand in front of Elijah in a stage 1 defending position. How would you stand?
my body
Would you lean on your player?
Yes.
Head up, arms down. What we're going to do with our feet? Is there any time what we're going to do with our feet?
Just spread the elbows your feet.
So on the balls of your feet, yeah. So you're doing it on the balls of your feet, with your hands flexed, head up, looking at the ball and the player at the same time, yeah? And then what we're going to do is, Elijah's just going to run along the line. We're going to do 10, and Eve is going to follow with the stage 1 defender. Just do that a couple of times for me, yeah? Just across the line. Okay, Eve's made that extremely hard for Elijah, but that's very good. Alright, so if you want to still split into twos for me quickly, find a line and we'll just do that one to start with. Just for a couple of minutes. Happy? We need twos. Lauren, yeah, you can go. What line are you? Choose any line. That's it. Are you going to do that all? Yeah, just be careful with this. Yeah. What are you going to do with your head, Helen? Keep it up. Hold it, keep it in. How do you want your body to be? Try and stay along one line, just so, and then a bit of a reference point. So you need to.
So what is mine?
Are you the attacker?
Yeah.
Right. So run along the line, just so that Maria's got a reference. Okay. Brilliant. What are you going to do with your head, Maria? Up a little bit. What about your angle of your body? What do you think about your body? Angle?
The angle right to versus running.
Yeah. What if you're here?
Where are we stopping?
Yeah. After 10. Okay, stop there. It doesn't matter if you haven't swapped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a couple of you what you thought about the practice and what you were doing. So Hannah, for example, how do you feel about the way that Esther marked you, for example? Do you think that she managed to do all the things that we just talked about?
Yeah, she kept on me and
How did she do that? What did she do with her body?
she had an angle and she kept her head up.
Yeah, brilliant. Edie, you tell me one thing that Maria did to keep with you when she defended you?
She was kind of stuck to my side almost.
She stuck to your side almost. Yes? Is there anything else particularly? What about her feet or her head or her arms? What was she doing? was she keeping an eye on you all the time? Yeah. Yeah? Brilliant. So, now, we've got the hang of following the player. We're going to put the ball in. You've probably all done this before. This is where I need to use Lauren as well. Thank you very much. So, we're going to get Edie, Maria and Lauren. So Lauren's going to be a feeder and Lauren's going to stand there for me, and then Maria and Edie are going to do the same practice we were along the line. You be the attacker start, Edie, Maria will be the defender. So you're still going to do your 10 moves, but this time Lauren's going to pop a pass in at any point during the time to the attacker, and Maria's got to try and do what, do you think, by doing a stage 1 defending? Intercept, get the ball. Anything else that we might be able to do a stage 1 defending?
Delay the pass.
Yeah. Or you could stop Edie from going into a certain place. Okay? You just show that one for me, Lauren. Fab, that's alright, stop there for me. Can anybody tell me about Maria's body positioning at that point? Was it good? Could it be a little bit better?
She was facing Edie more than she was.
Yeah. Okay, because if we face away from the ball, we can't see the ball. What's going to happen then? What can't you do if you can't see the ball? Yeah, you can't intercept the ball if you don't know where the ball is, can you? Okay, so Eve, if you just go and join Hannah and Zoe for me, Elijah, you join these two and just run that practice through for me. I want everybody to do the defending part, okay? Happy? Set it up wherever, don't mind. You take the line, not too far down there. Don't go too far down there, guys, for me. So get round you all. Use this line. Yeah. You've got about 3 minutes on this, guys. Can you make sure that everybody gets a turn doing the defending part? Well done, Eve. We need to put the ball in at some point. Thank you, brilliant. Well done. Well done. Why do you think Eve was so successful that time, Hannah? Yeah, she was. Just try and look at the ball a little bit more, because obviously in gameplay people won't be just driving it like this, okay? Fabulous, keep going. Make sure you swap round. Just swap round for me now. Have you all swapped round, guys? Guys, have you all swapped round? Focus. Focus. Don't forget this is a defending drill, guys, okay? So the attackers, it is a defending practice, yeah? Why do you think it took so long? What was you doing in your head? Okay, keep your head up. Well done, Edie. Why do you think you got that one then? You're facing the ball, and where was you in regards to Maria and the ball? Pardon? In front of you. Yeah. You were looking at both there and there. That was really good. Make sure you just put the ball in instead. Don't wait for it to be through. What? Just chuck it. Yeah, just throw it in at any point. Okay? Has everybody done the defending part for me? Yes? Okay, just stop there for me, don't bounce the balls. So, just quickly, I'm going to go around everybody and I want everybody to tell me one thing that they did when they managed to get the ball. So, Hannah, you tell me one thing that you did when you got a successful interception.
I was looking at the ball.
You were looking at the ball. Eve, tell me one thing that you did when you got a successful interception that's not looking at the ball.
Like staying really close to a player.
Yeah. Maria?
Side on and facing the player to the ball.
Yeah. Zoe, can you tell me something that maybe somebody did that could have been better where they didn't get the interception?
Maybe make sure their body like angled in the right direction.
So which way were they facing rather than...
Like more open than like on the player.
What if they didn't receive the ball, if they didn't successfully receive the ball? Do you mean that they were more flat to their play like that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so they couldn't receive both. Well done, Zoe. Yeah. Elijah, one more thing. Tell me what happened if you weren't successful in gaining the interception. Yeah, one thing that you saw within your group. What other things might we not have been doing? Yeah, some people were just very flat, weren't they? Okay, you weren't ready for the ball. Okay, so we're going to move it on quickly. So, I want 4 in this, it's a 4v4 situation. So, we want 1 ball. I'll have this ball. I want 4 of you to get boots on. 4 bits, hold it out bits. Brilliant, thank you. Come over here for me, Esther and Hannah. Esther and Hannah, thank you. Fabulous. Okay, so we're going to do now, put it into a little bit more of a game type situation where we're going to do attackers v defenders. There's going to be 4v4 of you, so we're going to work in this little square here. And the attackers need to get the ball from this line, so it's going to start this line. This line over here. All the way to there and round. So you need to get the ball down to the other end to score a point, okay? And then swap over. It has to be touched by every single person before it gets to the end. The defenders are going to use the stage 1 defending to, what do you think, Hannah? To intercept the ball, yeah. And then if we intercept the ball, what do we do by intercepting the ball? What have you done when you intercept the ball in a game?
Take turn.
Oh, you know you're right.
It's like the ball goes into your teams.
Yeah, what do we call that? Gaining possession. Well done, Eve. Yeah, fabulous. Okay, so you can start, Hannah, with your ball. You can be the attackers. Start from here. So position yourselves along this row. We're only going to those spots, don't forget. We're only going to these spots. We're working in this area here. Yeah. Hannah, you position yourself about here. Esther here. Zoe's already got a marker. You just put down here. Okay? So the attackers need to get the ball all the way down. It doesn't matter how you do it. But the defenders are going to defend it. You stage 1 defending. Just try and stop you getting that ball down. Yeah, over to the red line. On that white line down to the red. We're only working up to the spots, not outside the spots. Is everybody happy with what we're doing? Yeah? Okay. Fabulous. Stop inside. The attacker ship. Back to feet for me. Start from here. Well done. Yeah. Make sure everybody gets the ball. Fabulous. Right, well done. We'll stop there. So, just from that little passage there, Can anybody tell me some of the rules, what we have to look out for when we're doing this, and what rules might have come into play with that little section, what happened there? A couple of you, would you be able to tell me maybe a rule of netball, which was either contravened or maybe broken during that practice? Yes, Esther?
Obstruction.
Yeah, what's obstruction? What do we need to be careful that we're not doing?
Going like too close to the player and like putting your hand.
Yeah, so what's the defining part of that though? When we're saying that we're too close?
Like 3 yards. Is it?
The 3 feet
Yeah.
rule, yeah. But in this case, in stage 1 defending, we are going to be close. At what point does that become apparent, the obstruction rule? At what point? Yes, Eve?
You like put your arm out while you're trying to get the ball.
More with the player that you're marking. So the player that you're marking at that point, if you get called for obstruction, they will have the ball. It's the player with the ball. So you can be close to your player when we defend, to start with, can't we? But as soon as the player has the ball, then what do we need to do? Get your 3 feet, but that's moving on, you're defending it. Just need to be careful. There was another one what's happening as well during that passage of play, another rule we have to look out for when we're doing stage 1 defending, when you're trying to keep up with your player, maybe you get there, but then they get the ball and you carry on. Yes, footwork, yeah, you need to make sure we still do good footwork. When you get your interception, you need to do footwork. I'm thinking of another rule. Yes. Did anybody think that there was some contact during that passage of play there? Yeah? And this happens when you're trying to, when is that happening?
Usually you're trying to intercept the ball.
Yeah? Or what are you trying to do at that point? In terms of the play that you're marking? Yeah, you're trying to get in front of them, you're trying to get close to them, aren't you? So although we're trying to get close, we're watching the ball. A lot of you were doing really well at watching the ball and watching your player. We were often not controlling it enough that we weren't then falling into our player and causing the contact, okay? So we'll start rule through again, but it was really good. You see a lot of people were sticking to their players. When you were attackers, did you find it hard to get the ball in? Did we find it hard? Yeah, that's good. That just shows that we're all doing really good stage 1 defending. So we'll try it again. Is that okay? Eve, you're going to be the attacking team first, as soon as you pick the ball up first. So same thing again, got to get to all 4 players before we get to the end. Yep. Oh, well done, Hannah. Just stop there for a sec. Why was that successful in Hannah getting that ball off of Eve? Or disrupting the ball to Eve, shall I say? Yeah, she was close to her player, wasn't she? So she intercepted that passage of play. Okay, play on. Oh, carry on. Why do you think you intercepted that ball then? I didn't see what it Elijah did.
Stage 2 defending.
Okay, it was good stage 2 defending, but in terms of stage 1 defending, what we're practicing today, what did you do?
She got in front of it.
Yeah. You stop doing it. Guys, please remember this is defending, that's not happening, okay? Hold on. Hannah, did you feel like that was quite a difficult role to get to one of your players? Why did you what? Don't move.
Because it was like, sort of like,
In terms of where your players were,
they were all being marked.
they were all being really tightly marked. So what were the defenders doing to make it hard for you to get the ball in? Pardon?
Denying the space.
They were, yeah, but these have moved a little tiny bit. But what we had was, if you come here, Hannah, you were sort of here. Esther, you were somewhere around here. You just come up here for me. Yeah? So, what the pink team had done with their stage 1 defending is look what they've done. They pushed all their players into that little space, hadn't they? Does everybody make sense with that? Happy with that, yeah? Yeah? Fabulous. Okay, we'll just finish this one. Oh, great defending. Really good. Keep going, move through. Well done. Okay, brilliant guys, well done. So, quickly, just before we finish, can anybody tell me again the principles of the stage 1 defending, what you've got to remember? Eve, tell me one.
You need to keep your eye on the ball while putting your body towards them.
Yeah? Tell me one, Edie.
You need to be very close to your player.
Close to your player. Hannah, you tell me one.
Keep on your feet.
In what way?
Ball
Balls of your feet, Maria.
arms ready, but not up, otherwise it's obstruction.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.